all of you can't come through. That does not go wide enough, yeah. Just wanna bring you through. One more time. I always, like when I was younger, I just hum and sing in class and stuff like that, but I never started really singing until one day I was hanging out here with Riley Knight, and we were just playing, and I started I'm trying to tell you exactly when we first started releasing music. When I started singing, I have no idea when that that day happened. Whenever you find it's worth, There was a particular instant where a man emailed me about how him and his sister weren't, good. For a long time they hadn't been speaking to each other. But on her birthday, he sent her my song, and they've been better ever since. And he basically wanted to tell me this is because of the energy you put out. So I feel like that's a huge responsibility. If anything is able to touch anyone, I wanted to be a part of that. So if it's just a show and someone comes up to me and says, hey, you did a great job, or it's someone who's heard it across the world and now wants to be a better musician themselves, it's a huge range of where you pull from.
You ain't gotta talk, baby girl, just listen. I could make you whole, I could make you different.
Started making music when I was about 14, just messing around in Mixcraft. I had a rock band mic that I plugged up into this really old Windows Vista computer, and I pretty much watched YouTube videos until I figured it out.
Girl, just let me know if you're interested. Can I be real with you?
Last year, my music took me to LA. This lady found me on Instagram, and she DM'd me, and she was like, I want to fly you out here. So after a couple of months, she finally got everything in place and bought me a ticket, flew me out there for it was a pageant after party thing. So it was a bunch of beautiful women. I went out there with my friend Jacob Evans, and we rocked it. So I got to go all the way to LA for free, just from posting music on Instagram.
Rat-a-tat-tat Beretta on my Gucci waist.
Wow, music is it's not that hard to make. You just there's good music and there's bad music, and I just feel people are so keen to making good music that they're not accepting their mistakes to essentially learn from them to make that one good song.
Throw back to that old shit, Hannah Montana. Hey.
I would definitely say my friends and the people that I'm close with are the main inspiration of why I do rap music. I think that's one of the most important things about that comes from truthful music, because it's like reading a book. Because when you read a book, you're essentially learning and experiencing the wisdom that the author made. And that's the same way that I see music or any other forms of art, really.
I started playing in a band, but we were just playing covers. I was kind of bored by that, and I started writing my own stuff. And none of those fucking kids liked metal, and I really wanted to play metal. So I wanted to write my own music and play that kind of music, but I couldn't find anyone to play in a band with me. So that's when I discovered Ableton and producing. Because when I write it, it's my emotion or whatever, my thoughts going onto this thing, and then becoming an entity, and then sending it off to have other people experience it. Whereas if I'm just listening to someone else's song, I'm experiencing it and bringing it in and feeling what they're trying to convey.
find it very therapeutic to create music.
It's a nice outlet.
Yeah, it was a cathartic experience.
For anything, not just like emotions, like stress, anything that could possibly go your way. You can usually solve it with a good amount of music.
Yeah, I mean,
Whether it's
especially
playing or just listening to.
Nothing better
I mean, it is a full body experience.
For sure.
Nothing better than a self session too. I'm nervous like weeks before the show. Like I'm nervous now about our show. And then like when I stop being nervous is when we have that one practice that we have before the show that should be
To just tighten
on
everything
point,
up.
you know, to fine tune, polish everything. And I'm still nervous when I get there. I'm nervous when I'm setting up. I'm like, my adrenaline's pumping. But then when I get up there and I look in front of me and I've got my best friends, we work real hard for this. I'm like, fuck it, you know? Nobody's even gonna notice when we mess up, you know? Unless they really pay attention and they know us. And nobody knows us. But you know, it's like, it's supposed to be fun. And when it stops being fun, it's not worth it.